From the Resch Center in Green Bay, the 60th annual WIAA State Boys Volleyball Championships continue with the final. The top seed, the Middleton Cardinals, against the second seed, Arrowhead Warhawks. Thanks for being with us, everyone, along with Bob Brady. More solid producing, getting that over the anthem.
Oh, yeah.
The Arrowhead Warhawks have been here to the state championship 10 times before. It's their 10th trip, but only the third time they played in the state championship game. Runners up twice. They're trying to get the gold ball for the first time in school history.
They defeated Kettle Moraine and Marquette to get to this championship final. Meanwhile, the Middleton Cardinals, looking for their first state championship. They've been on a roll.
Yeah, built for this moment as well. 11 seniors on this roster. Their 14th trip overall. They've never even played on the big stage. They're on the big stage here this evening.
First serve is coming up. Middleton and Arrowhead for the boys volleyball state championship. Now a message from your local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Far with 11 and 14 kills. He's leading the Middleton offense. Caden Van Buren with 10 kills and 12 more last night. They've been a solid third set team, hitting .650 against Union Grove and hitting .409 in last night's win against Kimberly.
Yeah, it's a well-oiled machine, and we mentioned the seniors. 11 on the roster, senior-heavy starting lineup as well, Jay. This is two teams, again, as I said, were built for the moment. They're going to lean on the seniors here to try to push the effort, get that gold ball when it's all said and done.
Speaking of seniors, let's go to our keys of the game, brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all of your home improvement needs. What, Bob, you mailing it in? You pick the same key both times.
I know that looks like cut and paste, and that's what it was. But both teams, Jay, again, 10 seniors for Arrowhead, 11 seniors for the Middleton Cardinals. You get to this stage, you get to this point, both teams, again, were building for this moment to use the seniors, to use all those times in the gym, the practices, the bus rides. Arrowhead was here a year ago. Middleton is perennially at the state tournament. It's their 14th trip to state, but they've just never been able to get over the hump and get here to play in the championship. Now, these two teams, these two groups of seniors, again, built for the moment, they'll lean on them heavily.
Yeah, Middleton, again, as you said, 14 trips to state. The last two nights were only their third and fourth wins at the state tournament, making it to the semifinals twice. And again, Arrowhead 10 appearances, Middleton 14. Neither one has won a state championship, which is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, a little bit, because these are two of the best programs year in and year out. Arrowhead in the Classic 8, which is one of the best conferences. And, of course, Middleton, they dominate over their Madison, but they usually go and play in some of the best tournaments throughout the year. They played in 3 tournaments where Arrowhead was in the same invite, the same tournament, Jay. Never, just because of the way things felt, never got to play against Arrowhead. So neither team has seen one another in regular season play. They're going to go eyeball to eyeball here tonight.
Well, maybe save the best for last as they finally get to face off. Dennis Mechanic is in his 4th season as Arrowhead's head coach. Coaches boys volleyball, he's coached some boys basketball and girls softball as well. But at Arrowhead, since 1998, father of 3, 4-time state qualifiers. Arrowhead in their very familiar scarlet and Columbia blue. That's Dylan Griffith in his first season as head coach. He was an assistant, basically flipped roles with Rob Kleinschmidt, who was the head coach last year. Kleinschmidt stepped away to focus a little more on work and family. So Dylan Griffith steps in, and all he's done is lead Middleton to a 31-3 mark so far.
How about this, Jay? Dylan played volleyball for Madison Edgewood College, graduated this past May, and as you said, he's been a part of this program as an assistant coach. He said he was ready for the moment. When Rob Kleinschmidt had to step aside, he went to Dylan and said, "Can you do this?" And he said, "Absolutely," didn't hesitate.
Rob Kleinschmidt, of course, still an assistant coach, and I tell you what, he has the look of an assistant coach. He's smiling, he's relaxed. They always say that's a big jump. It's only about 2 feet going from the head coach to the assistant coach and vice versa. But it's worked out well for Middleton, and the Cardinals come in as the #1 seed for the first time in their boys' tournament history. Brody Stitchen gets things going with the first serve, and we are underway in the boys championship. And there's the first point going to Arrowhead off the block.
Luke Heberlein there, Jay. Plays club volleyball, as many of these Arrowhead players do, for Milwaukee Sting. One of the best boys operations in the country.
Ezekiel Jalen with the serve for Arrowhead. Now they set it for Ethan Dassow. And Middleton goes with Engling. Dassow. Good dig there by Lucas Rosa, the libero for Middleton. Now they go left side. Little tip denied. And the big swing is out. That was an attempt from Teddy Young, the outside hitter, and it's 2-0 Arrowhead quickly.
Teddy Young switched to the outside position this year, Jay. He's been very consistent in that role. That time just missed that coffin corner.
Jalen serving again for Arrowhead. Middleton trying to get on the scoreboard here, first set. And again, it's Arrowhead. Heberlein again. 3-0 Warhawks. Now there's the power of Ambrose Engling. He's a 6'7" opposite hitter, and he has had a big week.
Yeah, they call him the highlight reel, Jay, at Middleton. They go to him in the big moments, and he loves being on that stage in the big moments. When the pressure ratchets up, he wants to be fed the ball.
Engling committed to play at Princeton next year. And now Middleton with a couple of points consecutive. 3-2. Have a look at Dylan Griffith. Serve from Teddy Young again. Well, that one's hitting the antenna, and that will be Middleton point. Heberlein couldn't make a play. All he could do was hit it off the pin.
You know, Jay, when we watch the boys out here on the court, a lot of times it's serve, pass, spike, points over quickly. So far, we're seeing a lot of setting up shot and a lot of folks kind of building to look for the best shot here.
You've seen a lot of Luke Heberlein already, too. Third kill already for number 13. Or number 5, excuse me. Heberlein. There is Heberlein.
So many weapons available. Heberlein's one of them. But Arrowhead, they've got so many at their disposal. They'll keep defenses guessing.
Well, that time they switched sides with Engling, and he's denied at the net. Great defensive block by the Warhawks.
This is Ethan Hine, Jay, 6'5", and he had help on the backside, but that was all Ethan, just going up over the nice curl at the net.
5-3 Arrowhead. The first swing by Caden Van Buren for Middleton. Oh, and a great read there by the Warhawks. That's Andorfer.
Charlie's the kills leader, but he didn't need to kill this one. He needed to be clever, Jay. Drew the attention over to that left pin and then dumped it where no one was home.
You have to be so conscious of the fastball, and then he pulls the changeup and finds the red area for a point. Engling blocked again. That time Engling tried the change. Now back they go. Heberlein throws it across, and there's a miss hit off of Andorfer. 6-4.
Charlie's the team captain at Arrowhead. They call him Chuck. Again, another club kid who plays at a high level for a high-performance outfit. Milwaukee Volleyball Club.
Great placement there by Andorfer.
And again, making the adjustments. You know, bombs away in the last one, and he draws that attention and then recognizes in mid-air where he needs to go. That spot's been open a couple times now.
He's been playing the piano since he was 6 years old.
Yeah, I saw that.
He can do everything. just missed. Nope, excuse me. That'll be a point, Arrowhead. Violation against Middleton.
Someone in the net for the Cardinals. Edas.
Shot was out, but the violation gave the point to Arrowhead. 8-4. There's a put away. The big right hand of Hudson Schweitzer, the middle blocker for Middleton.
Yeah, very dynamic in the middle, Jay.
First team all-conference Big 8. Second in school history in single-season blocks and counting. That time he went with the offense. 8-5. And again,
back row attack.
Back row attack. That'll give the point to Middleton.
See that line, folks? That's a 10-foot line. You got to take off before you get airborne in front of that line before you can make that hit.
Angling serve. Right at the net, and a block by the Cardinals. Van Buren was there, so is Schweitzer.
Yeah, Schweitzer, he's the core of their defense, Jay. When they set up the block, it all starts with Schweitzer getting in the middle. And then, as you said, Van Buren was on his left side to provide that wall.
Boy, they're playing this one above the net, aren't they? 8-7. Another good long rally here. Middleton responds there. Rosa throws it toward the net. Angling will just get it over. Chance for Arrowhead to organize here. Guess who? 14 and 32 again.
Yeah, you tag team, you form that wall. You keep the hands tight. Watch Van Buren when he goes up. Tight hands, curl over, no contact. And again, he knows he has help with Schweitzer on his left shoulder.
So Middleton will get the serve here at 8-8. That's Ambrose Engling. Now he's ready to go, and the jump serve takes a big dip handled by Arrowhead. Now they'll just have to put it over and give the Middleton offense a chance to organize. Van Buren! Hey, there's a block for the Warhawks. Dasso was there, 10.
Dasso goes 6'4", Jay, but look at the hops. He plays so much bigger because he jumps out of the gym.
And the big guy, Logan Neitzel, 6'10", was there to help too. Arrowhead back in front. And service error from Carson Blado.
See so many jump serves in the boys' game. So when you see a serve like that from Carson, kind of catches you off guard. He just tried to float it and skim it over the net.
And you'll see there's your share of service errors too, because it's high risk, high reward. 9-9. Another block. Schweitzer, Young for Middleton.
We talked about Rob Kleinschmidt, the assistant coach, used to be the head coach. He loves what Schweitzer brings, again, from the middle, the core of the defense. Thinks he can be the X factor in a match.
That hit is long. Now Middleton starting to get some footing here in the first set, up 11-9. Dylan Griffith's club is starting to put things together a little bit. Until that. Van Buren service error.
Both teams, Jay, negative hitting at this point. That's part of the feeling out process.
Yep.
But it also tells you the defense is setting the tone here in the first set.
Arrowhead negative 091, Middleton negative 067. And that time they deny Hudson Maniscalco.
Schweitzer again, Jay. He moves so well laterally at the net. And Van Buren as well. When those two dudes are up there, that's quite a defense that you have to try to figure out, how am I going to get around it?
Schweitzer has the best hitting percentage on the team for Middleton. That time his serve went way, way long. 12-11 Middleton. So far today, it's Monowalk Center winning girls Division 4. St. Croix Falls knocked off Howard's Grove for Division 3. And Xavier swept McFarland in Division 2. Division 1 girls still to come after this match. Well, Arrowhead just ran out of room. Maniscalco tried to successfully bring back that dig, but he just flat out ran out of room and ran into the table.
That was Teddy Young with a better swing. We saw him very early in the match and didn't get enough of it. That time, you saw what Teddy Young can bring to the table.
Second team all-conference Big 8, Teddy Young. Service error.
You'll rarely see coaches at the boys level shrug their shoulders or look exasperated because the serve didn't go in. As you said, Jay, it's risk reward. Coaches generally at the boys level, they want their teams to serve aggressively.
And in the earlier matches, a lot of the girls' service errors, it felt like the air went out of you. But you're right, it's a different way to go about it. Wow, look at that dig by Javier. Set Van Buren. Javier again. Engling. Javier keeps it alive. Can he get it back? Unbelievable play. Oh, it's just short. I don't know how Nico Javier did that. What a couple of efforts by number one.
Can we give them both a point?
I
give
would
Middleton
love
the
that,
point on the board? Give Arrowhead
fitting.
one for hustle?
Boy, that young man, he's only 5'9", but man, he covers territory. 14-12 Middleton. Arrowhead's got to figure out how to get around that Middleton block, don't they? Well, same thing for Middleton. They got to figure the Arrowhead defense. Oh, a great play there. Neitzel was getting.
And net.
Somebody got a net?
Yeah, someone.
So.
Arrowhead in the net. But you're right, Jay. Great observation. We got two teams. This is why they're hitting negative, because the defenses are stepping up early.
Time for a break. Message from your local affiliates. This is your WIAA network station. Well, sometimes you fall in love with offense in the boys' game, but I'll tell you, defense has been the story so far.
Defense, 6 blocks between the two teams so far. Jay, 4 for Middleton, 2 for Arrowhead. Warhawks still hitting in the negatives. Middleton just finally got out of the negative area. But yeah, the defenses are setting the tone.
How about that placement by Van Buren right in the corner, right in front of the Arrowhead bench.
Caden comes from good stock, Jay, a sophomore. His brother, Parker, outstanding player at Middleton back in the day. He's playing at Loyola at an All-American level. And his other brother, Blake, is playing football at Northwestern.
Wow,
as we speak.
As we speak. Think they've scored yet? Northwestern.
And Iowa?
And Iowa. I'm told 7-0 Iowa fourth quarter.
Oh,
well,
wow.
7 could do it.
It's a shootout
At Wrigley today. Here's the serve from Luke Heberlein, senior outside hitter for Arrowhead. Van Buren kills it. Not only is he a great volleyball player, he's a member of Middleton State Championship boys swim team last year.
Yeah, good stock, good athletic family, obviously. There are times, Jay, he looks a lot like Parker in his game when he played at Middleton back in the day.
17-13 Cardinals. There's the big fella.
Got a piece of that Schweitzer, but Arrowhead able to jam it in. Teams, Jay, with the blocking on display here early, they got to figure out offensively where they can sneak balls in.
Middleton's going to Van Buren on the left side right now. This time they go back for angling, and it's in. Boy, those are some powerful outside hitters, Angling and Van Buren.
Look at the back pass, Jay.
Beauty.
Jordan Stoughton knew he had Angling on his back shoulder. That's trust right there.
Right between the block. Middleton's lead is 4 first set. Wow. Great finish. Charlie Andorfer. Get out of the way of that one, huh?
For sure. Chuck getting it done on that left pin. Another kid with great hops. But when these guys jump out of the gym, Jay, so you're already 6'5", like Charlie is, and then you've got the springs on top of it, it makes you play so much bigger.
Blado's service error. Well, that Classic 8's a heck of a boys volleyball conference, isn't it?
Yeah, they had 3 of the 8 teams came from the Classic 8 this year, which is nothing new.
By the way, 61 schools in Wisconsin have boys volleyball.
And growing. Every
growing.
year there's more and more boys volleyball teams throughout the state being added into the mix.
And timeout. 20-15, Middleton. The 2023 WIAA tournament is brought to you by Rural Mutual Insurance Company. Premiums paid here, stay here to keep Wisconsin strong. A proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Sportsmanship Award for over 50 years. I've been to a couple of presentations of that Sportsmanship Award at schools, and that's given to the way schools, players, coaches, fans take care of themselves and act during the tournament. It's voted on, and there's a lot of pride in winning the Sportsmanship Award from Rural Mutual.
Indeed. The uniforms, Jay. See on the,
What do
on the
you
back
think?
that you broke that down. You did the translation.
Veni vidi vici. Came, I saw, I conquered.
That's right.
You said that, Caesar?
Sounds like it.
It sounds like something Caesar would say.
His fate, though, ended a lot sooner than he would have liked.
Yeah.
So the theme, if you will, for Arrowhead, Jay, is play like a tiger, fearless and focused. They came out during warm-ups, the Arrowhead players did. They had Hawaiian-style shirts on with tigers mixed into the jungle. And that's been their mantra all season long.
I just Googled. You know who said Veni vidi vici?
Danny DeVito?
Julius Caesar.
He did. Look at you.
It's a miracle.
Brownie points for Jay Wilson.
That was a complete guess. So,
That was an educated guess.
yeah, I guess. 21-15, Middleton. Cardinals looking good here in the first set. Well, Javier couldn't handle that serve from Van Buren. It's an ace. Cardinals now 22-15.
This is what he brings to the table, Jay, even as a sophomore. He's well-rounded. He's a terrific passer, blocker, offensive threat, and he's second on the team in aces.
Get another serve here. Well, that time off the block it goes, and that's point Arrowhead.
Hudson Maniscalco.
Yeah, I was going to say, number 9 got that one.
Plugging in the junior there.
Charlie Andorfer. Javier. Double block for Middleton.
Yeah, Schweitzer again. Timing it perfectly.
Stitchin and Schweitzer. 23-16. Middleton 2 points from set 1. There you see the block numbers. Middleton leading the way there. Hudson Schweitzer going to the Middleton bench.
Yeah, going to rotate his spot with Sam Jolin. He's a serving specialist, Jay. Coming in here trying to close this out for the Cards.
Jolin will play collegiate volleyball at Indiana Tech. And Jolin made a great save there. Out of the back row, it goes to Van Buren. Now Engling gets a try. Here's the response from Maniscalco.
Tucked it in.
Good. The Arrowhead crowd, they always travel well. From Heartland, just outside of Milwaukee.
Suburb of the town of Merton.
Is it?
Yeah.
On the Bark River in Waukesha County.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Have you paddled the Bark by any chance?
I actually have.
Have you really?
Beautiful.
Okay. It's Arrowhead trailing 23-17. Play at the net. Who's going to win it? That's going to be Middleton point.
Yeah, called for the
Called
lift.
Yeah.
There was a lot of up and down trying to pop it back into play.
Set point for Middleton. Middleton with so many disappointments at state. It seemed like they'd have this spectacular record. They'd come to the state tournament and somebody from the Milwaukee area would spoil their dreams. Maybe it's a different story tonight. We'll see. Long way to go. Too many hits for Middleton. 24-18 the score.
Yeah, that unfortunately for Middleton was their calling card. Had enough talent to get out of their conference, be one of the better teams in the Madison area, but then get to state. But could they finish at state?
They're 13-3 against top 10 teams late in this season. And there's Jones, Eric Jones, finishing the first set for Middleton. Cardinals take it 25-18. So Middleton goes up 1-0 in the boys' final. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. There's Hudson Schweitzer. He had 5 block assists in that first set, which Middleton won 25-18.
Yeah, 5 blocks for the Cards, 2 for Arrowhead. Ambrose England, 14 kills in that first set as the Cards hit 200. Remember, they were in the negatives, got it up to 200. Arrowhead winds up in the negative column, 0-25. The defense was just too strong there for Middleton in set number 1.
That hit off Brody Stitchen went out, so it's 1-0 Arrowhead second set. Ezekiel Jalen starts this point. Well, that time Angling hit it a little long. And it's 2-0 Warhawks second set.
Kelly Andorfer in the back row. Duck, cover, and roll, the old fire drill.
Jalen serves. From to Dasso, and it's a point for Arrowhead as Dasso gets that kill.
Well, sometimes, Jay, when you're up against the wall defensively, you got to do what Dasso did right there. You just go at that wall. Go at the hands. Go at the defense. Trust your arm that you're going to swing harder than they can block it.
Big hit from Teddy Young.
Teddy Young, again, switching to the outside this season. He embraced the move. Presented Dylan Griffith with another option offensively, another weapon.
Second on the team in kills for Middleton. Double contact, point Middleton. Put a couple in a row up there. Now 3-2, the Arrowhead lead. Griffith looks pretty relaxed. Service error. Van Buren. 4-2 Arrowhead, second set.
Interesting to see if Arrowhead makes adjustments offensively. We saw when Dasso went right at the block. Do they continue to do that? Because the block's going to be there. Do you keep trying to do that, or do you try to find ways to hit around it?
Young again. Great placement in the corner. Teddy Young, a couple of big swings here in set 2. Arrowhead is looking for its 40th win of the season. 39-5. 40 wins in a year. That'd be something.
Playing a lot of volleyball.
Yeah. They'll sleep well tomorrow. Dasso. Blocked there by Van Buren. They'll try the other side, Arrowhead. Timing a little off, so Middleton gets a chance to organize. Van Buren off the block. Point Middleton.
I'm having flashbacks to his brother Parker. Because there's the movement. You can tell they come from the same stock. He just knows what he needs to do in midair. He makes adjustments. The adjustment there, Jay, was to bring it back towards the block so it would carry him out of play.
Andorfer pushed that one wide, and Middleton now has the second set lead. Puts Teddy Young behind the service line for the Cardinals. Oh, wow. Neisel got caught up with his teammate and couldn't get the set.
Yeah, Jalen provided the set. Then it was bumper cars as Ezekiel tried to get out of the way and couldn't.
Different definition of bump set, I guess. It's Young. It's blocked by Middleton, but handled back again by the Warhawks. Van Buren right to Javier. Van Buren again. Javier can't get that one.
Man, if at first, just keep going back to 14. Keep squaring up. Keep swinging hard. And the follow through, that's how you can tell. You can feel that when you're in midair. The follow through was exceptional from Van Buren.
Young sends it into the net for an error. 7-5. Yeah, Javier did a great job on the first swing. Then they went right back to Van Buren, and he somehow got it past the senior libero for Arrowhead. Speaking of, here's Javier's serve. Van Buren again.
Loves that left side. You can tell he's comfortable over there. When a guy's comfortable, you want to keep feeding the beast.
Asked me, what do you think of Middleton's, or I asked somebody, what do you think of Middleton's team? And he just said, they've got guys. Led by Van Buren and Engling, but that time the Arrowhead block is successful.
Yeah, turning the table. Playing the defense up there after the big swing by Van Buren. The block set up quickly because they knew it was coming back.
Carson Blado to serve for Arrowhead. He lets his play speak for him. He's a quiet guy. I think that's a lift there. Yep. 8-7 Middleton.
Now, you don't want a whole team of quiet guys, especially in volleyball.
Right.
But the calm demeanor, mix them in with everybody else who's the rah-rah type.
Now, if all the quiet guys are 6'8" and can jump out of the gym,
that's fine. But rare.
Yep. Off the block, Engling kill. 9-7. It seems like do a Middleton match. It's Engling, Van Buren, Young. Hit. Schweitzer will block a few. Throw one in there once in a while, but the big guys are big. Service error on Engling. 9-8.
Yeah, that's the recipe, Jay. I mean, that's what they do. And then you've got guys like Lucas Rosa, their libero, Energizer Bunny, and keeping everybody organized, feeding them. So you've got guys that know their roles, do the dirty work. Then you've got all the big hitters on that Middleton side.
Middleton's 7th service error of the match. But Arrowhead still hitting negative, 0-4-3. Now the Warhawks give it right back. That's their 3rd service error. Now back for Caden Van Buren. Good-looking sophomore. Heitzel. Handled on a dive by Engling. Teddy Young will get the fortunate roll off the tape.
Yeah, that time, bounce it off the net. Maybe not on purpose. Maybe he didn't mean to do it. But it's effective because, watch the carom, and it pushes it up and over Neitzel, who's 6'10".
Yeah, Neitzel thought he was all over it, but not much you can do when it deflects like that. That set was a little off and threw the timing away. Meanwhile, Young off the block again. 12-8 Middleton. They won the first set 25-18.
A common theme over there on that left pin, Jay.
Yep.
You put it tight, but the hitters like it tight over there. They're going right at the block of Arrowhead.
Second set continues in a moment. Now, message from your local stations. This is your WIAA network station. Back to the second set here at the Resch Center. Teddy Young's been a big factor with 5 kills already. Also has 3 digs to his credit and a couple of block assists. Hitting at that 500 mark. You'd take that any day. Rosa couldn't quite come up with it. Point Arrowhead.
You know, Jay, when Logan Neitzel's in there, front and center like he is here at 6'10", kind of a decoy at times, but you have to respect the 6'10" guy in the middle, so it holds the block of Middleton just for a moment. Then they have to scatter to try to get to that pin.
Here's the serve from Nathan Reimer. And blocked at the net. Well done there by Ethan Hine. Hine at 6'5". Watch him get up here. Oh, man. Denied Schweitzer. Reimer again. Kind of ate up Rosa. Young right at the net with a couple of, Warhawks. And, oh, man. That was Hine who just kind of turned his back on it.
And again, tried to get out of the way. A lot of traffic at the net. And everyone's saying, it's cool, it's fine, it's no big deal. Ethan, he tried to careen himself so that his teammates could get in there and pop that ball back into play.
Ethan Hine has won Arrowhead's Volleyball Player Most Improved Award 3 times. So that's a guy who works and works and works and gets better every year.
And his spirit animal is the giraffe. Do giraffes work that hard?
The spirit animal?
Yeah, that's what it says.
What's your spirit animal?
I'll get back to your people.
I think mine's a termite. They always get me going. 13-11.
Something that sleeps a lot. That would be mine.
A sloth, I believe.
Yeah, there you go.
That category. Teddy Young off the block yet again.
Teddy Young loves the position switch this year, doesn't he?
I keep saying Teddy on the. I almost said like a broken record, but none of the young folks know what that is.
They don't know what that is.
Yeah.
They don't. So it's broken. Tape it back together. What's the big deal?
There's Heberlein. Good shot.
Yeah, and Luke noticed that time, no double block there at that right side. It was single block, and that's what you do. Just take a little something off of it. Just play the deflection that time to get the point.
Heberlein's 5th kill. Arrowhead staying in touch here in the second set, excuse me. A couple of awkward plays, but that's a beautiful finish. The number 8, Charlie Andorfer.
Yeah, when bodies are flying backwards like that and it is awkward, eventually someone's going to clean up the mess. And that's what Charlie did.
It's kind of a freebie for Charlie. Took a while to get there, but he was in the right spot. Angling blocked.
Hine time.
Yep. Ian Dasso denied angling. Yep. Oh, and they're excited about it, too. 14-14. Arrowhead has tied this set. What was that broken record line? Teddy Young off the block, I think it was?
Yeah.
It worked again.
Nice angle. Hit it right at Javier, who could only paw at it.
There you go. So Middleton with a 1-point advantage. Good. Andorfer.
That's Arrowhead at their best when it's A to B to C. The windup, you can't block that.
Nico Javier's serve. Well, there's Middleton's answer. Angling had been blocked. He missed a couple, but he was spot on there.
And Angling made a motion he waved his hand over his head, Jay,
Yeah.
after that block. And Dylan Griffith is going to talk to him and say, just play your game, because the Arrowhead bench saw it and didn't like it.
Yep.
Mechanic went over and also mentioned to the R2 below, just keep an eye on that.
R2 then went over and talked to Dylan Griffith about it as well. Lucas Rosa serves for Middleton here. Well, that time a block unsuccessful, and it's another point for Andorfer and Arrowhead.
And the Arrowhead bench enjoyed that because squeezed it in on Engling.
I was going to say, there's some stuff going on now, aren't there?
There's a little
down on the floor.
There's some extra juice out there. Good to have emotion in this game. You just don't want to cross that line.
Well, they're going to Andorfer, and boy, there's a block. Schweitzer, Engling. Engling looking at the Arrowhead bench again a little bit. Nowhere to go with that. So Middleton back in front. Now the discussion is with Brody Stitchin.
I'm wondering, Jay, if there was a quick yellow card while we were watching the replay, because there was discussion at the table as well.
Yeah, it's escalated pretty quickly. It's still not critical, I don't think, yet, but they certainly want to nip all this in the bud. That gets the Arrowhead side excited as Engling misfires.
Well, and Engling now, to the Arrowhead crowd, he's the marked man.
He's the guy.
Anytime he does something now, they're going to let him, give him the business a little bit.
It's self-inflicted. Service error for Charlie Andorfer.
Charlie's upset with himself there. He didn't need the instruction from his coach. He thought he can do better from the service line.
Well, here's Van Buren serving.
Wow.
Maniscalco off of the head of Rosa. Pace on this one.
Must be the hair dye.
I guess.
I don't think that's natural. That shade of red.
You think?
No, I don't think so.
Something.
Might even sweat off if we go 5 sets.
Yes. Check the ball if he ever gets it. 18 apiece. Young misfire. 19-18 Arrowhead.
Well, Teddy had that, remember, first set early misfire? And ever since then, he reeled himself in. He was really in a good place, especially on that left pin. That time, too much.
Primer to serve for Arrowhead. Young with the floater. Chance for Middleton here, but the set goes to the Arrowhead side a little earlier than they'd like. Now here's Young. Missed it wide. Oh, no, excuse me. Well, they say the shot was in.
Yeah, the line judge called it in. It was right in front of the Arrowhead bench. Maybe wishful thinking, Jay, but we're tied at 19.
Yeah, I was looking at the Arrowhead bench. You're right, but the call is good. Let's see. That's right there.
Remember, if it hits the line is in. And it looks like it gets a piece of that white stripe.
Outside of the line, yeah. Lynn serves for Middleton. The Hawks organize. Ling. Diving dig for Javier. And then Andorfer pushes it into the tape. 2019 Middleton.
What he's trying to do, Jay, is use that net. He wants the deflection so it kind of trickles and tries to fall down and get that point instead of doing the safe play, which is just hit it over on 3.
Service error, 2020. By the way, Middleton's boys soccer team is also playing at state right now. They're facing Brookfield East. That's 1-1 second period at E-Line Soccer Complex in Milwaukee. Here, it's tied as well. 20-20 second set, but Middleton won the first 25-18. Jalen,
their ace serving leader, Jay.
He's the hardest worker on the team, too. Block denies Young.
Dassel was there again, using the springs. Time to jump.
Boy, both teams now credited with 6 blocks. Arrowhead's really picked that up. Angling short again. 2-point lead, Arrowhead. Timeout, Middleton.
It's only 2, Jay. Feels like a lot more, doesn't it?
Yes, that's correct. The 2023 WIAA tournament is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. They're jumping around at the rest center.
Not because of the college football team in the state.
No.
Certainly not. But
that was a bumpy road in Bloomington, Indiana today.
But a lot of red in the stand with Middleton and Arrowhead. You got red seats, so
yeah, it makes sense.
Like a color rush team.
In case you didn't hear, the Indiana Hoosiers got their first Big Ten Conference win of the year in football, 20-14 over Wisconsin. But the way that Big Ten West standings is shaping up, Wisconsin's still very much in the hunt for a berth in the championship game. Well, we just got an update that Minnesota lost, so Iowa is in first place all by themselves in the Big Ten West football. Go figure. All right, back to volleyball. 22-20. Second set. Rousseau almost saved it, but he couldn't. Luke Heberlein with the kill.
Big getting that point out of the timeout. You know, Middleton was going to make the adjustments there, and it causes back-to-back timeouts. Wow. Because now, I said 2 seem like a lot, 3 seems like it's an uphill battle if you're Middleton.
23.
They were inspired.
Yeah. How about that?
Because you don't expect that out of a science teacher to wear that glitzy stuff.
Sounds like a bit of a psychologist as well. Van Buren hung in the air and pounded it down. Big play. Scoreboard inside the rest center says 24-20. Well, now they're changing. Yeah, they gave the point to Arrowhead instead of Middleton. Our score was right. Our crack crew, our Rush Media gang, doing great work. Now we're all set. 23-20 Arrowhead, second set. Engling went cross court. Dug out by Endorfer. Young. Right. Pushed it outside the sideline, and Arrowhead is at set point.
That was one of the longest rallies here in the second set, Jay. And England tried to angle it, tried to tuck it in there.
The serve from Luke Heberlein. And Engling missed it. Arrowhead takes the second set, 25-21. 2 sets are complete. Boys championship, and we're all even at a set apiece. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Middleton had not lost a set in 29 consecutive sets, but Arrowhead took that one 25-21. Bob, what turned things around for him in the second?
Well, one of the big things is there's the streak that snapped, but they have bigger fish to fry. One of the bigger things, blocking. Middleton so dominant in that first set. Arrowhead turned the tables. Now they're even at 6 blocks each, and that was the key. They decided, look, taste of your own medicine. We're going to get defensive at the net, and that really charged their offense once they saw the defense elevate its game.
Yeah, their offense came alive a little bit in that second set. Arrowhead hit 217 after hitting negative in the first. And they brought Middleton's hitting down from 200 to 118.
And you hear that, Jay, in this sport too, that defense leads to offense. And a lot of times players think that's just lip service from coaches, but it's true. You saw with Arrowhead, once they got the defense, they're looking over at Middleton saying, that's what you did to us. And it really inspired their offense to play cleaner in that second set.
Young off the tip. Deflected by Arrowhead. So Teddy Young with his 10th kill of the match. And Young will serve it and miss it. 12 service errors against Middleton in this match. 2-2.
Yeah, 4 by Arrowhead. But again, I don't want to say coaches shrug it off, but it's a philosophy. We want you to be aggressive from the service line. Continue to put pressure on the other team.
And Buren. Great hustle, but they'll give the point to Middleton, and they take a 3-2 advantage. Bob Brainerd, Jay Wilson with you. Great to have you on board on our new state television network. Thanks to Allen Media Group. See a lot more of the state tournaments around the state of Wisconsin. Paso. Well, Arrowhead's pleading. Let's see what happened. Give the point to Middleton, 4-1. Or 4-2, excuse me.
I think on the follow-through, Jay, with that left hand.
Yeah.
Got a piece of the tape. Not much, but it doesn't take much.
That's pushed across for the point by Charlie Andorfer.
And
the 6'5" senior.
And a yellow card issued to Arrowhead now. There was some talk, I think it was Nico Javier, or maybe Heberline, but somebody said something for Arrowhead, so one apiece on the yellow cards, Jay.
Tell you what, let's focus on volleyball, shall we? 4-3, Middleton. Gasso. 5-3.
Got it deep. And split the block, Jay, so there was no touch there. I was hoping somebody got a fingertip on it.
Ambrose Engling. Service error.
Did Ambrose kiss the volleyball before he served? It's close.
Must be one with it. Hey, whatever works. Well, it didn't work that time, did it? 5-4. Well, England got that one through the block of Andorfer.
And Charlie was there, but the hands were spread. Need to close that off.
Get it there.
And he did close, Jay, but it was late. Tick late.
Van Buren will put this one in play for Middleton.
Neitzel, the skyhook.
Yeah. Wasn't a clean contact on Middleton, so Arrowhead gets the point at 6-5.
When you're a big 6'10 player like Logan Neitzel, you can do it. You can make it look like it's a basketball hook shot. Just don't palm it when you do it. That'll be a violation.
It was. Eberline. Yeah, that time Middleton couldn't get it cleanly.
Yeah, Stitchin came down kind of in his lap, and he tried to. Remember when you used to do Foursquare and you have the bubbling?
Yeah, right. There you go.
Saying Foursquare, though.
No. Andorfer to serve at 6-6. Off the tape. Off Rosa. Off Engling. Young blocked it. It stayed on the side of Arrowhead. They're claiming a net violation of Middleton, but none. No call is coming. Stitching. Let's see.
Yeah, they
Stitching went over the top.
Yeah, and it was clearly on the Middleton's net cam. Beautiful angle there to show it was on Middleton's side. Arrowhead was thinking it was on their side, and he got caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Eberline finishes for the Warhawks.
And Jay, if it's on your side or even with the plane of the net, you can go after it. If it's on the other teams and you come over and tap it, that's a no-no.
Teddy Young with a big swing. The only guy in double-figure kills for either team. That's number 11 for number 9. Young again. Off the block again. Boy, they're going to keep going to number 9 until the well runs dry.
Yeah, and Teddy did a great job. Find your passer, which he did. Got it to Eric Jones, knew that Eric would get it right back to him.
Kitchen serving for Middleton. Middleton blocked that one back. 10-7. Engling and Jones were there. Kitchen says, my bad.
I told the crowd, too.
Yeah. 14 service errors against Middleton. Yet, they lead 10-8 third set. A 1-1 set tie. Ezekiel Jalen now serving. And airing. That's 5 service errors on Arrowhead.
Well, we had the high energy, Jay, of that second set, back and forth. Crowd was getting into it. Now it's almost like it tired everybody out. They're trying to find that juice again.
Yep. Well, maybe that gets things going with Luke Heberline.
As the match unfolds, and now it's best of 3, you kind of clean a lot of things up, and you don't want to make the silly mistakes anymore because points are precious.
Luke Heberline, a 2022 AAU Club National Tournament MVP. Well, that's a clear swing for Caden Van Buren, and he knew what to do with it.
business-like, not a lot of rah-rah out of Caden. He just goes back to the huddle.
Rosa puts this one in play. Big hit and a clean hit for Ethan Dasso.
I think, Jay, at times, the scouting report is this kid's a lefty, so you have to be aware of that. But at times you kind of forget it when you're in midair trying to defend. You go, oh, that's right, it's his left hand. And by then it's too late.
Yeah, we haven't seen all that many lefties this week, that's for sure.
Arrowhead has a pair.
Yeah. Well, we've seen Caden Van Buren, though, this week, and that is kill number 9 for Van Buren in this match. There's the big guy. He sent it wide. Neitzel missed it on the sideline.
Neitzel, Jay, he was looking for his first kill. Didn't get it right there. Again, they used him in the middle as like a decoy. Respect him because we might go to him.
Middleton's opened up a 4-point advantage here in the third set, and down to 3 as Engling missed the serve wide. Oh, now here comes Carson Blado to serve. Won the U18 Fours division of the Wapaka Boat Ride Tournament, the largest volleyball tournament in the world. That was in Wapaka for a long time. Moved to Oshkosh this year, but that's a big event in the summer in July. Boat Ride Tournament for volleyball, folks. Arrowhead kills 14-12.
Middleton was kind of establishing a nice rhythm, starting to pull away. 4 points seemed like a big enough lead. That's gone.
Plato serving. And Buren. Andorfer blocked. And finished off by Hudson Schweitzer. And that's point number 15. So we'll have a timeout. Third set continues, boys championship. Now, message from your local affiliate. This is your WIAA network station. Play continues in the third set of the boys championship. Middleton's Hudson Schweitzer has been a big factor. A little bit of everything for number 32, the 6'4" middle blocker for Middleton.
I think we had Stitchin underneath the net.
I think that's right. Yep. Cardinals got one more hit in there that went right into the top of the head of one of the Arrowhead guys.
They play to the whistle. Sometimes you play after it.
Yep. Schweitzer jumped up in the air, but the ball was down at his knees, so he couldn't do anything with it. 15-14. Here comes Arrowhead out of the timeout. By Charlie Andorfer with the serve. And Buren from the back row. Young tried to stuff it, but he hit the net.
Yeah, that time, Teddy came over prematurely. Ball was still on Arrowhead's side of the net. You'll see it. Yeah, I can't do that.
Yep. Gotta let it come to you. Go 15 apiece. One of these schools will win a state boys championship in volleyball for the first time in school history. Will it be Arrowhead? Will it be Middleton? Young wide. (16-15) Arrowhead. Double block. Schweitzer, Young, denying Blado.
That combo goes back to the first set, Jay. And this is how you get out of the funk. When Arrowhead's going on a run, go back to your bread and butter. Wall up on that left pin.
That was Maniscalco who was denied at the net. So here comes Sam Jolin again to serve. Wow. Big shot from Heberlein. Hit the chest of Van Buren.
Well, Jay, Brody Stitchen was over there, and he slipped. He got to his spot to try to provide the block, and he slipped. And by the time he recovered, the kill was already in process. So the wall was -1 player for Middleton.
And that led to the Arrowhead point. And Reimer serves. Have to get this one across, and Arrowhead does. Van Buren, that's good. Hayden Van Buren with the kill. Draws Middleton back to a tie. Third set, 17 apiece.
A great job because Van Buren, Jay, it's like he's working off of a screen. The guys up front are kind of disguising, and then all of a sudden 14 comes from the back row. You don't see him. If you're Arrowhead, you can't react that quickly.
Back set for Maniscalco. Point Middleton. Middleton won the first set, 25-18. Arrowhead the second, 25-21. Diving dig for Javier, and then that one's out.
Yeah, but Nico Javier, Jay, we've seen it over and over again.
Yep.
Kids everywhere, 5'9", kept that point alive. It could have easily hit the floor and ended it right there.
Team captain, three-time state qualifier, Nico Javier. The other side, Lucas Rosa. Libero keeps it alive. Middleton up 2 in the third set. Stuff attempt by Engling. And Maniscalco denied. And then Young finishes for the Cardinals.
That's a heady finish by Teddy Young. Everyone was creeping up, playing small ball at the net, and there was nobody home in the back row.
Arrowhead timeout at 2017. The 2023 WIAA tournament is brought to you by the Wisconsin DOT. Zero in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Saw a story on the news how you have to be more careful watching out for deer when you're driving. There's more deer this year that are out there than ever before, I guess. DOT says, watch what you're doing. Don't get in an accident.
What does the Wisconsin deer call other deer from other states and say come over and
road trip?
Yeah. Let's turn this into an obstacle course, shall we?
So,
you know, Dylan Griffith, newbie head coach, first year, again, graduated college at Madison Edgewood just back in May, took the head coaching job, and with Rob Kleinschmidt, who was the coach, still on the bench, still an assistant coach, Dylan wanted to make sure, he said, look, it takes a village to get it done.
Yep.
And that meant that he had the security of knowing he had Rob at his side, and together they've made it work. And he said, the village is what got it done. Our boys bought in. They didn't look at me and say, well, who's this young kid? No. They knew they could all get on the same page to get here to state.
Battle at the net, won by Arrowhead. That was Ethan Heim, the 6'5" middle blocker. I want to give a shout out to former Middleton coach Ben White. He was the boys coach for a long time, brought a lot of teams to state. Had a battle with cancer, which he successfully has won so far. We hope that continues. But Ben wanted to give a shout out to, he coached a lot of the brothers of the guys on the Middleton team. And Ben is now the girls volleyball coach at Middleton. But he wanted to give his regards and congratulations on this Middleton team that he knows so well. And now Arrowhead out of the timeout has crawled back to 2019.
The Ben White coach, Dylan Griffith. So he said, I always learned from the people around me, and Ben was one of them.
Oh, Ben's doing great. It's great to see.
Yeah, amen.
Young just wide, 20-20 third set.
And the ebb and flow of this match, Jay, just when somebody looks like they're going to run away and hide, the other team responds.
Angling off the block gets the kill.
Yeah, Ethan Hine was right there. Just couldn't close it to push it back on the angling swing.
A lot of times you feel a match, oh boy, whoever wins that third set, they're going to be great shape. I've got a much more of a feeling it's going to go 5 no matter who wins.
Yeah, settle in.
On a play at the net here. Now over to Heberlein. And keeps the point alive. Van Buren with the touch and the push over. Engling blocks, but out.
Great rally, Jay, and not a lot of power until the end, but a lot of finesse and a lot of hustle. No one wanted to get rid of that point quickly.
Well, Engling couldn't find a way through the block, but he found a way to get off the block. And a little miscommunication there as the set was behind the attacker. And Middleton now 23-20. And yet another timeout.
Here's that ebb and flow, right? Arrowhead had it. And now Middleton, bang, 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 3 straight. That's kind of how this match has gone. Some sets 1, 2, and 3.
The Wisconsin Education Association Council thanks all public school educators giving their all this school year. We act, we teach, we inspire. Some numbers in the match. Now we'll take a look back at what has happened so far today here at the Resch Center. It started out with what a memorable run for Wanawak Center in Division 4. They were down 2-0 in the semifinal against Fall River. They came back and won it. They were down 2-0 to Newman Catholic today. They rallied and came back and won it and won the championship. St. Croix Falls prevented history as the Saints knocked off Howard's Grove, who was looking for their 5th straight state girls volleyball championship. So the Saints are the champions at Division 3. Xavier just kept on rolling. 2nd straight title for the Hawks. They shut down McFarland 3-0. Still one more match after this one. Division 1, DSHA and Economowalk. Heberlein tried a little cut shot, but it was wide, but they say it was a tip against Middleton. 23-21.
Shot was wide, but someone made contact, got a fingertip on it.
Heberlein back to serve. Middleton 2 points from winning the third set. Van Buren, great decision. (24-21), so it's set point for the Cardinals.
Caden made that decision, Jay, in mid-air.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Hine was lurking, and he sensed it and knew if he just did that little roll shot, he'd be able to tuck it in.
Arrowhead looks to keep the set alive, and they do. Arndorfer.
The go-to guy when you got to have the point.
For the senior leadership. 24-22, 2nd set point for Middleton. And Engling will get it. 25-22, Middleton up 2-1. We'll be back with the 4th set in a moment. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Well, Middleton had their 29 set winning streak stopped in set 2, but they get right back on the winning side in set 3, 25-22. The numbers through 3 sets. Middleton leading it 2-1.
Heberlein for Arrowhead, 12 kills. Andorfer right behind with 10. Young's up to 13 kills and 10 digs, Jay. I mean, bringing his all-around game in. Van Buren with 11 kills for the Cardinals. What I noticed about these two teams, even before they started, very similar in their makeup. They all have dudes, but they don't just lean on one or two dudes. They go to all the dudes. When you got a lot of dudes, use your dudes, Jay.
That's some great dude analysis.
You're
there,
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, here we go with set 4, and a good start for Middleton and Caden Van Buren.
Who's the dude?
Who's the dude?
Yeah.
12 kills for Van Buren. Bob Brainerd, Jay Wilson with you at the Resch Center. A great week. We're looking forward to a great finish. Quick hit by Andorfer. Battle at the net. Falls to the Arrowhead side. Big left-handed swing there by the Warhawks. Off of Van Buren, and that will be the point. I think Dasso's going to get that one.
That front line remaining active. Swinging away when it came in the neighborhood. Trying to put that point away.
Well, Luke Heberlein gets another serve attempt here. Handles the shot of Teddy Young. Diving dig for Rosa. Young pushes it across. Rosa stopped that one somehow from Andorfer. And then the rolling shot by Angling falls in.
That was all about 99, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lucas Rosa all over the floor. The energy guy. Always talking. Always hyping his team. Made the transition, Jay, from outside hitter to libero. That's not easy, but he's embraced it.
Sure has. Passes behind Heberlein. Van Buren blocked at the net by Dasso. Engling gets the kill.
And Engling's been quiet, Jay. He had the early start in set number 1 where he was active. Then he kind of had that, middle of the match and got the yellow card, and it kind of settled him down and maybe got in his head a little bit, but he's refocusing here in set number 4.
Well, he's up to 11 kills now. Teddy Young's service error. Been a bugaboo for Middleton. 16 now. You mentioned that, in the boys game that you do a service error way up, but if you get up to 16, might be a few too many for your liking.
If you win a state title?
Yeah, that's true.
That's just an asterisk.
It'd be just right, wouldn't it? Van Buren missed wide.
Not by much. And that's always the risk reward. The reward is that you're going to continue to put the pressure from that service line on the team that's receiving it.
Javier receives it. Little tip from Dasso. That will be the Arrowhead point. Double contact against the Cardinals.
He's enjoying himself, Jay. He's enjoyed the ride all season long.
That's what he's doing. Service error. Time Heberlein was long.
And Jay, he said he was ready for this moment. It's because he's been coaching in the Middleton system since he was 16 years old. 16 coaching youth volleyball. He knew then someday I want to run the show.
And that's a service ace for Rosa.
Yeah, Javier got handcuffed there, and that's when you're trying to direct the volleyball before it gets to you.
There's Rosa wearing number 99. Heitzel whiffed on that one. And a good shot there from Andorfer off the left side.
A little messy, but as I always say at state, you don't care about style points, just the points.
The points are now 5-5, fourth set. Arrowhead looking to push it to a 5th if they can win number 4. Blado begins this point for Arrowhead. Engling off the great set.
Yeah, he's back. Refocused, swinging with a purpose. Block from Neitzel was late to get over there. That's all the opening 13 needed. Let's see if he kisses the volleyball, man.
Brody Stitchin with the set, by the way. I don't know. I don't know if I saw contact that time. Javier can't handle that. 7-5 Middleton.
Whatever it is, maybe he breathes on it, but he got an ace out of it.
Let's see. Let's take another look. You think you saw him kiss it once?
Maybe. Well, good luck.
Yeah, I think you brought it up there.
A smooch.
Andorfer off a shoulder. 7-6 on that kill from Andorfer.
Probably now 11 kills. Heberlein right in front of him with a dozen.
Up the tape, it's good. And Buren blocked. Neitzel was there. Rosa got it again. Diving help from Stitchin. Van Buren.
Yeah, Maniscalco tried to get over there. Little seam, little opening. That's all that Caden needed.
Van Buren's up to 13 kills. He's got 13. Teddy Young's got 13. Engley's got 12 for Middleton. Oh, and that's a hot shot from Maniscalco.
He's the high energy guy. He's the pump him up guy. Does it with his game and always verbal as well, in a good way.
Yeah. He's made some plays. That distinctive red hair. Middleton still leads set 4 by a point. Schweitzer. Wide.
And Hudson saying, how did I miss that? Sometimes it's just too easy. The set was perfect. And there was no one there to prevent him from getting that kill.
The game is always at such a high speed, it makes you make those kind of decisions quicker than you'd like.
And that one was more difficult. And he was able to kind of frog-leg it up and then pass the block.
Third kill of the night for Schweitzer. But he has 7 block assists at the net.
Yeah, that's why he's in there. They need the defense out of him.
Olin serves. Andorfer really had to get by him. That's going to be off Young and out. And Arrowhead's back to 9-9. Heberlein will get the kill.
So my analogy about the dudes,
Yeah.
Jay, both coaches will tell you that when you have balanced offensive attack, like we're seeing here tonight, that's when your teams are at their best. When you're not just leaning on 1 or 2 dudes, you want to spread the wealth. You want to keep defenses guessing.
Young came up short.
And a balanced attack is the best attack.
Jalen serving again for Arrowhead. And that's an ace as Van Buren couldn't get under it.
Yeah, he kind of leaned and went down, didn't bend the legs. Just tried to reach for it.
First ace of the match for Arrowhead. And that's the 7th service error. I'll tell you what, you have 3 tough matches in 3 days, and yeah, they play a lot of invitationals where they get a lot of volleyball in, but 3 at state, and it'll be interesting to see if fatigue sets in. Well, not that time for Ethan Hine. He had a lot of spring in his step. Hine's going to be a mechanical engineering degree candidate at Michigan Tech. Great engineering school. Angling. Miss hit. Looks like he might have slipped a little bit. He was looking at the floor like it was the floor's fault. But it's 13-10 Arrowhead. Timeout. Middleton. '23 WIAA tournament is brought to you by the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin, reminding you to look for the Proudly Wisconsin badge to know you're getting the best quality and supporting local dairy farms.
Talk about spreading the love, spreading the volleyball around for Middleton. Young, Engling, Van Buren, 38 of Middleton's 44 kills.
Wow.
But with those 3 guys, Jay, again, it's not just one guy.
Yeah.
It's those 3 guys providing the balanced attack. And Arrowhead pretty balanced as well.
Yeah.
Eberlein with 12 kills, Andorfer with 11, and then just sprinkle in everybody else getting theirs here and there.
Well, we've seen it so many times that girls and boys, if you have that one big star that everybody can focus on, a lot of times it doesn't work out for it.
Sometimes it does, right?
Sometimes it does.
Sometimes you need a player like that to put your team on that player's shoulders, and it works out. But it's a heavy load, and it's a heavy load to ask of a high school player.
Yep.
No matter how good they are. Again, coaches love this. They love the balance. Their team is at their best when they're balanced.
There are 2 very balanced teams. There's Engling. 13 kills for Engling. 13 points for Arrowhead. 11 for Middleton. That one's off the head of Van Buren. Give the kill to Ethan Dasso.
And that's the dome signal. That's not taunting. Well,
It's the signal.
Yeah. It just means the volleyball went off your head, Mr. Opponent.
All depends how you interpret it. Angling.
That's how you answer, right?
From Stitchin. Boy, that's a familiar sight for Middleton volleyball fans. Stitchin setting up Engling. That'll put a smile on your head coach's face. Heitzel whiffed again. This time it goes the other way to Stitchin. Or Schweitzer, excuse me.
Schweitzer showing a lot of guts here, Jay, at 6'4". Neitzel's lurking at 6'10". Watch where he puts it. Right past him.
Well, that was from Stitchin. He's a great distributor. Off the heel of the hand for Dasso.
He had a nice running start. Had ideas of cutting that volleyball towards the Middleton bench.
Good look at number 99. Dasso goes cross court. Wide.
That's 2 in a row for Ethan.
Middleton would be 10 points away from their first state championship. That's a long way to go. Rosa hit it long. Boys soccer, they're in overtime in Milwaukee. Middleton 1, Brookfield East 1. They're in overtime. We're going overtime. 5th set, perhaps. Lado is short on the serve. 16-15 Middleton.
Kind of ho-hum right now. the miscues back and forth. But both teams got to clean this up here when you get to the late stages because they both know what's at stake.
That's a beauty. The serve dipped in for Engling. Arrowhead watched it go by, but it had that extra dip at the end. 17-15 Cardinals. They creep closer. Charlie Endorfer. Oh, I thought he got it, but he missed him. It was called wide.
Bodies were over there, Jay.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, the line's right. Wow, yeah, that's not that close.
Yeah, Rosa fell down.
Yeah. Endorfer thought he had it.
Yeah.
But it clearly was out. Endorfer's still wondering how it wasn't in.
Yeah, that's a big swing point right there because Arrowhead thought, okay, we're going to keep this one close. And yeah, there were bodies in the way, so they thought the volleyball tucked in, but replay showed you on the blue tile. So now Middleton by 3. Critical points coming up here. Get to the late stages where Middleton can close this out. Arrowhead got to clean some things up here, get back in quickly.
And an Arrowhead timeout. Don't forget the Girls Division I Championship still to come tonight after this one. Bob and Michelle will be with us for DSHA, the top seed, against number 2 Oconomowoc. DSHA has 4 Division I recruits. So they're fun to watch.
Oconomowoc has a bunch of future college players as well. They went 3-2 last year in the D1 match, Jay. Dashers survived the Raccoons. Here we go, part 2 in 2023.
We can expect that closely contested match again this year. We've had a good one here. Middleton at 18. They get to 25, they win the state championship. Ambrose Engling out of the timeout. Blocked by Van Buren. He denies Endorfer.
Had a feeling, you saw Charlie on the bench, head down a little bit after he didn't get that last point. Had a feeling they'd go to number 8 there, and they did. But Middleton had that same feeling, Jay.
Yep. Angling at 19-15 now. Endorfer, nice little cut around Van Buren. Beautifully crafted shot by Charlie Endorfer. 19-16. Service ace, a beauty.
That's how you shake things off, Jay. He took a big, deep breath from the service line, really measured himself, and then just let it rip.
Great pace, great placement by Charlie Endorfer. He'll get another attempt here. Handled this time by Young. Dug out by Endorfer. Van Buren caught the edge.
Caden thought on the first swing that he had put it away. Great job by Endorfer to dig it out, but then you give him another try, and he just went and tucked it where nobody was home on the Arrowhead side.
Middleton 5 points away from a title. You have to make such quick decisions on these plays. My goodness. Van Buren. Middleton 4 points away from the state title.
And the decision right now, Jay, is we talked about all the seniors. Let's lean on the sophomore here to try to close it out. Man, he's stepping up.
Youth will be served. And now Van Buren will serve. Yeah, hit the tape and came back.
But he plays like a senior, doesn't he?
Well, sure
like
does.
a seasoned veteran. So skilled in so many areas. And the calm demeanor as well.
Yeah, he'll be good in a couple years.
Some good stock.
Yeah, there's something to that. Out. That was Hudson Schweitzer. 21-19.
Love that one back.
Yeah.
Again, the placement of the pass to get it to Hudson.
Eberlein got it right back. Little give and go for Arrowhead there. That time Schweitzer got it.
Kept trying that area. Right over there in that quadrant. And when he missed the first time, he figured out, where do I need to be? That's where he needed to be.
And you know he wanted another chance at that. And he followed it up with an important kill. 22-19 Middleton. Jolin service error. 19 service errors for Middleton.
And yet they're 3 away from a state title.
22-20.
Dillon will flush that off the box score if they can get it done here.
Ezekiel Jalen pounds the ball, now gets it in play. Chance for Arrowhead here. But long for Dasso.
Arrowhead crowd didn't like the second hit
Yeah.
during that exchange with Middleton. They thought it was messy.
Middleton's fans know they're 2 points away from the state title. Timeout at 23-20. Well, we've been saying all night they're evenly matched, and the scores would indicate that to be the case. Again, Divine Savior, Holy Angels, and Economowalk coming up. Scheduled time 7:30. We might push a little past that. But it'll be a great finish to 5 great championship matchups here at the Rest Center for the 2023 WIAA Volleyball Championships.
Yeah, the first 2 girls matches, Jay, went 5.
Yep.
We had Xavier, quick work.
There you see
in
Wanawak
straight sets. And
Wanawak Center got the first one, and St. Croix Falls the second one in Division 3. And Xavier swept McFarland impressively 3-0.
Arrowhead wants to make it 3 matches that go the full 5. The big point right here.
Yeah, put a big star on this one. It'll be Brody Stitchin, the senior, to serve for Middleton. Rosa saved it across. Then Young dove to get that one. Another dive, but then it goes out of play. That was Van Buren who went horizontal, and Engling couldn't keep it alive. 23-21.
There's a lot of tippy finesse play during that rally, Jay. And Van Buren, he got there. He got a piece of it. Arrowhead, they'll take it any way they can get it right here.
Eberlein dips it over the tape. Young couldn't get enough on it to put it across. 23-22.
Everything tightens up. And plays like that show you that the gut starts to churn a little more.
kills it for Arrowhead. 23 all.
He's had a lot of powerful swings tonight, Jay.
Yeah.
That may have been the most powerful.
Boy, he found the alley, didn't he? Watch number 10, Ethan Dasso, from the right side, the lefty.
Yeah, big gap. All the great blocking that Middleton has done, especially early on. That time, they were out of system, scramble mode, couldn't get any big bodies up front, and Dasso just noticed and took advantage.
Middleton won the first set. Arrowhead the second. Middleton the third. The Cardinals hoping to close it out in the fourth, but Arrowhead has come back. It's 23-23. Boy, every time we see a match today, we think, boy, how can we top this?
Here you are.
We're coming close with this one. Out of the timeout, Luke Heberlein will continue his serve. Arrowhead has scored the last two. And that's a big shot from Engling. It is championship point for Middleton.
Talk about an opening. That was like the Red Sea parting for England. My goodness. Right down the middle.
His 15th kill of the match. Service error number 20. Arrowhead escapes the first match point. Double contact. Point Arrowhead.
Everything under the microscope, Jay, when you're this close to either a championship or forcing a fifth.
Set point for Arrowhead. Angling long, he wants to touch. None coming. Middleton's pleading its case, but Arrowhead has forced a fifth set. Wow. We'll take a break. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. We're going 5 sets again. We've done it all day long. 26-24 Arrowhead in set number 4. Here's the last point that some feel was controversial. Arrowhead thought there was a touch, but we've looked at this a couple of angles back and forth, and I just don't think there's anything there that you can definitively say.
No, Andorfer on the left, Jay. Well, now he's on the right, and Knight's the big guy, 6'10". You see the swing goes between the block, and you're looking for fingertips moving or the ball changing direction. From every angle that we saw, and again, we don't have replay to challenge at the high school level, but every angle we saw, fingers didn't move, ball didn't move either.
It was closer than I thought from real time, but I still don't think there's anything there that definitively tells you, yeah, it was a touch. But it doesn't matter because the ruling is point Arrowhead, 4th set Arrowhead. Again, the 5th set will play to 15, win by 2.
This is fitting, Jay, as you look at some of the numbers through 4. But it's fitting that these two teams, as again, how they were constructed with all the seniors and how they lean on those guys and how they've been playing the defense has been terrific for all 4 sets. Fitting that it goes 5.
Yeah, sure.
Started off, both teams, remember, were hitting negative numbers.
Yeah, negative.
The offensive numbers have picked up, but the defense was going to set the tone in this one early on, and it's been a factor in all 4 sets.
I just had a moment where 6'10" Logan Neitzel was standing there, and 5'9" Nico Javier gave him a high five, and it was a really high five. Jalen will begin set 5. First to 15, win by 2. Young, 1-0 Middleton. Teddy Young with his 14th kill. Senior Brody Stitchin. Right through the hands of Javier. Boy, that's a shocker.
Now, Jay, in any other set, you shake that off. You go, okay, it's only 2-0. But in the 5th set, all these miscues are really going to take on bigger life.
Margin of error is now razor thin. Point Middleton.
Now, Ethan Hine tried to go quick, tried to go with pace. And I don't even think it was a block. I think it just kicked off the tape.
I think you're right. Stitchin. Solid serve for 16. Block Middleton, and it goes in the red. That was Eric Jones along with Engling. How about that play by Eric Jones? He's a 6'4" senior. Timeout as Middleton has hit Arrowhead 4-0 out of the gate in set 5.
The MO on Eric Jones is this, Jay. He's a great blocker. They don't get much offense out of number 11. And they didn't get the block.
Well, yeah, that's right. Get the tape again.
The volleyball gods kicking it back.
Wow. Okay. Well, they made him change the shot a little bit, I'm sure, but yeah, it never got to the Middleton block. 11 blocks for Middleton now as a team.
And again, because it's the race to 15, you would rarely, as a head coach, burn a timeout at 4-0.
Yeah.
But you have to. Dennis Mekanek trying to get his guys to shake it off.
Yeah. Because Dylan Griffith's guys are almost a third of the way there already at 4-0. Stitchin serving. Arrowhead could really use something good to happen. Great look from Heberlein. Stuffed it home.
It was like a dunk contest, right?
Yeah, right?
How you make sure.
Heberlein now steps back to serve. Takes his steps. Now he's in the right spot. And here we go. Rosa saved the day there. And good for Ethan Dessau with the kill.
Yeah, two-handed stuff, Jay. Really didn't have the angle to square up and try to swing away. That was the smart play.
Out of the timeout, Arrowhead has scored twice. Middleton still leads 4-2. 5th set. Young had it go right through his arms. 4-3. Dylan Griffith puts both palms toward the ground and say, settle down, settle down.
Yeah, because we're seeing the nerves playing a role here in this 5th set.
Young. Well, that stopped the 3-point streak of Arrowhead. Middleton scored the first 4 in the 5th set, then Arrowhead with 3 in a row. Now 5-3 Cardinals.
Great work again by Rosa. You just calmly, directional feed to get that shot done.
Yeah, guys like Rosa don't usually get the headlines, but boy, are they valuable. Esso off tape. Young back row. Play at the net. Javier settles it down. Rosa. Point Arrowhead.
Eric Jones tried to play that carom off the net, and sometimes it comes off more springy than this, so you can kick it back into play. But you can see it kind of rolled and went down on Jones.
Boy, the emotion meter is off the charts right now. That barely cleared the tape on the serve. Angling with a cross quarter. He's fired up. Rosa back to serve for Middleton. Boy, that barely cleared, and that kind of messed up Heberlein's receive. It goes off him and out. 7 for Middleton.
Both teams, Jay, have cleaned up the serving in this fifth set. I think they understand that risk-reward thing is out the window. They just need to get it over.
And Middleton has 20 service errors, but they're in position to win this match. Van Buren got it across. Neitzel couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, Neitzel was there, and the paws were up, but the ball kind of came in softer than he expected.
Middleton's fifth set lead is suddenly back to 4. Off tape on the serve again. Gasso gets one back for Arrowhead.
Boy, and Schweitzer and Van Buren, we've seen that combo at the net so many times. They were frustrated. They thought they were in good position with the hands closed.
Plato with the serve for Arrowhead. Van Buren got it in. 9-5 Middleton fifth set.
17 kills now for the sophomore. And he's played a heck of a back row, Jay. When he's back there, Van Buren is always working. A lot of coverage and a lot of ground made up when 14's back there.
There's the jump serve from Engling. He had great dip on it. Oh, and that's Arrowhead. Fortunate that Andorfer could handle it. Then Andorfer blocks it out off the swing from Van Buren. Middleton's up to 10.
Talk about cleaning up the serves. Both teams understanding you can't put everything into it and slam it into the net.
Ace.
That's cleaning it up.
Got a little crystal ball there, Bob.
Well, I think, again, Jay, you understand time and place. When it's 2-1 in set one, you can go all out. And if it doesn't work out, big deal, right?
Boy.
Here, you can go sort of all out, but just make sure you get it across. Give your opponent, your teammates, a chance to get that point without you just giving away for free.
The bottom dropped out of that serve, and it's 11-5 Middleton. 4 points away from the win. It's been a classic. And another one to follow. This is going to be a dandy too. Top seed in Division I, Divine Savior Holy Angels, the Dashers. The second seed of Oconomowoc, the Raccoons. Coming up right after this one, if this one ever ends. That boys soccer match in Eline, Middleton and Brookfield East are in a shootout. So they're
kind of a shootout here too, right?
Yeah, they're going to the limit. Stylish wear for Saturday evening here in Green Bay.
Gold is back.
Yeah. It's the new orange, the new black. Engling. Middleton up 11-5. Andorfer again. Long. 12-5 Middleton.
Dylan Griffith, Rob Kleinschmidt, the coaches saying, calm down. Don't get too excited, too amped up yet. You still have work to do here.
Yeah. Middleton had a 2-1 lead before Arrowhead went 26-24 in the fourth. Now the Cardinals have regained control in the fifth. Arndorfer. Well, Schweitzer and Van Buren went up for the big block, looking for the fastball. But Arndorfer played it beautifully. Andorfer to serve here.
Can't give away points, Jay. I mean,
just did.
We just talked about serving, and you've seen what Middleton has done from the service line. Engling, the last two times he served, didn't go all out with the jump serve. Took something off it. Wanted to make sure it just got over.
13-6, 2 points away from Middleton. Neitzel denied by Schweitzer. Van Buren. A couple of Arrowhead players collide. One of them got hit in the chin. That's Maniscalco. Young blocked and out.
Yeah, Hudson's holding his jaw. He crashed into one of his teammates, scrambled to get back up into play. But Middleton on the doorstep.
Championship point for Middleton. They've waited a long, long time for this moment. Chance for the Cardinals here. It's over. Brody Stitchen ends it. The disappointment comes to an end. Middleton, boys state volleyball champions. Dylan Griffith wins the title, his first year as head coach. So familiar with the program. Middleton hadn't won a game at state since 2008 before this week, and they go 3-0 and win the title.
Hey, Dylan, what'd you do when you got your college degree? Well, I went and won a state title in my first year as the head coach at my alma mater. How special is that for that kid? And the program, too, Jay. 14 tries. They made it to state 14 tries. But a lot of early exits. Every team would hear about it.
Right.
They knew it's like, okay, we've got the muscle, we've got the bodies to get there. But what can we do once we get there? This team knew back in August, we've got the pieces to not only get there, but to do some damage.
Yep. There are the final numbers on a great night of boys volleyball action. Middleton won the first, Arrowhead came back. Middleton won the third, Arrowhead came back. And then Middleton got that advantage in the fifth set, and they held on and won it 15-6. There you see the head coaches knowing that they both were in a battle. All right, we're joined now on the side of the court by the senior Ambrose Engling, who had a big night.
Yes.
Well, the wait is finally over for Middleton. What does it feel like to get that title that eluded Middleton for so long?
I mean, it's incredible. You know, we put in the work every day in the gym, and I mean, we owe it all to the guys. We had such a balanced offense. Could not praise Caden Van Buren, Hudson Schweitzer, Teddy Young. I mean, Teddy was a dog out there. We switched positions midway through the season. After that, we only dropped one set. I mean, it was truly incredible what he did at the outside. So I owed all to my teammates. It's a team sport, and my team was incredible. So I'm really grateful for that.
Ambrose, two quick ones. One, you kissed the volleyball before you served? Yes or no?
I I wouldn't call it a kiss. It makes contact with my lips, though.
Contact with the lips.
You're kind of dating. You're kind of dating the volleyball.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
You got to take it out to dinner. But second, Ambrose, you guys knew this summer that you had dudes on this team. You had enough dudes that you didn't have to just lean on you or a different guy. That makes a difference when you can play balanced volleyball.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've seen a lot of games. Teams are double blocking me. They've got big blocks up. And when you just have teammates who just annihilate the ball, can bounce it, can do whatever they want physically, and also have such a good mentality like my teammates, it's truly incredible because I've never seen a championship team that just has one good hitter. So it's all to my teammates. My libero Lucas, nothing would be possible without him. Obviously Brody for dishing out all those sets. So it's really incredible.
Go get your medal. Go get your trophy. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Ambrose Engling and the Middleton Cardinals state boys volleyball champions. Back to get the final awards in a moment. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. And now it's time for your Wisconsin DOT play of the game. Lots of candidates for this sort of thing. And Caden Van Buren, I mean, we could have just as easily interviewed him as the star of the game. And number 14 was pretty special.
Well, you heard Ambrose Engling. He almost rattled off the entire roster, giving love, giving congrats, knowing that he couldn't be the lone dude to just get it done. He needed all the dudes. And yeah, that sophomore with such a high ceiling, great demeanor, great all-around game. Talked about how he brought so much in so many areas of the game. Not unsung. It didn't go unnoticed. But again, as their young head coach, Dylan Griffith, said, it takes a village. And I know Middleton's not a village, Jay. It's a pretty big place outside of Madison.
It's a city. Yeah.
But this volleyball village, it indeed took the staff, it took the school, it took each and every one of these young men on this roster, built, again, to be in this moment. And they embraced it.
And Dennis Mechanick's Arrowhead Warhawks, boy, they battled their hearts out. Hats off to them on a 39-win season, second place in the state. But the celebration will go back to Middleton. They're probably lining up the fire trucks right now. It appears that their soccer team won, too. They were in a shootout. Brennan Maurer made the last shootout attempt. So it appears that Middleton going to win the boys soccer championship as well tonight in Division One.
Going to need more fire trucks
in
Middleton.
Going to gas them up a couple times, huh?
Yeah, Arrowhead, Jay, third time they finished runners-up. That was 2001, and, of course, last year when they fell in a 5-set thriller against their Classic 8 foes, Catholic Memorial. Couldn't get it done there. Fell short again here. But their program is perennial. One of the best in the state of Wisconsin, and they'll bring a lot of the pieces back in 2024.
Cardinals continue to get their individual awards. That's Jake Leslie, a senior. 43 is Dominic Reese, an opposite hitter. Ian Zuga is a senior middle blocker. I had him pronounce his name because it's spelled Z-U-E-G-G-E the other day. He said it's Zuga. And one of the Middleton assistant coaches says, oh, my gosh, we've been saying that wrong for 2 years.
Oh, yeah. They don't know.
And now here comes the champion, Dylan Griffith, to accept the gold trophy as Middleton wins the boys volleyball championship.
State champions. Congratulations.
Well, there's great excitement, but I think there's also a little tinge of relief that it's finally happened for the Middleton Cardinals. 5-set win over Arrowhead. Don't forget, coming up, number 1 seed Divine Savior Holy Angels, number 2 seed Oconomowoc. Bob Brainerd, Michelle Griffin-Wenzel will be along with that. In the meantime, for our entire Rush Media crew, along with Bob Brainerd, I'm Jay Wilson. Congratulations to Middleton, state boys volleyball champion.